So for as much as we love Apple and their hardware and their products and how I use them day to day, their accessories are pretty expensive when it comes to the iPad especially. For instance, the Magic Keyboard for the M4 iPad Pro is $350, the Apple Pencil Pro is $130, even something like their Folio case I believe is $60 to $80, which is kind of absurd, especially when there are budget alternatives that get you about 95% of the way there. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. I want to help you guys accessorize your iPad, whether it is iPad Pro, the iPad Mini, or the iPad Air, and all these items will be under $100. So without further ado, let's talk about the best iPad accessories under $100. Let's get into it. So let's start off with storage, because as we know, the thing that's going to make your iPad more and more expensive is if you go on a higher storage route. For every time that you upgrade the storage, you're adding anywhere from $200 to $400, especially on the iPad Pro side. If you get a fully loaded iPad Pro with 2 terabytes, you're spending like $2,300, and that's before getting anything like a Magic Keyboard or an Apple Pencil. So I'm a huge advocate of using external storage like a T7 SSD by Samsung, which is currently on sale for $99. So I've been using a T7 Shield for years now at this point, and it's been one of the most reliable, if not the most reliable SSD that I've used to date, and I still currently use it with my iPad, especially because I use my iPad Pro as my main computer, and having that Thunderbolt port gives you those ultra fast transfer speeds. Being able to use an SSD and still getting the baseline iPad Pro is something that's going to save you a lot of money. And now with USB-C being basically on all the iPads, getting an SSD like this is going to be very easy to use to transfer data in and out of those iPads. So right now, like I mentioned, the 1 terabyte is right under $100. If you're looking for a reliable, well-made, and quality SSD, the T7 by Samsung is definitely the way to go. And now let's talk Apple Pencil alternatives, because the Apple Pencil Pro is $130, and while it is a great Apple Pencil and a great product, especially with the haptic feedback and the Find My support, for a lot of people, especially for those people that aren't artists and they don't need all those different kind of features like barrel rolling and tilt sensitivity and things like that, being able to have an Apple Pencil alternative that's much cheaper is something that I recommend all the time, and this one's going to be the EIP Pencil 2, and for $30 you get basically 95% of the functionality that you would get out of a regular Apple Pencil 2 or Apple Pencil Pro. So for $29 you get pretty much everything that you would need out of an Apple Pencil, again, especially if you're not an artist, but even if you are, you can definitely rough sketch or get pretty precise with this Apple Pencil alternative. So first and foremost, so you do get things like palm rejection and tilt sensitivity and the ability to charge it via USB-C and get up to 15 hours of battery life on one charge. And what I like about this is that it doesn't even use Bluetooth. So it's using the physical touch of the Apple Pencil on the screen in order to mimic an Apple Pencil and mimic a stylus. The only thing that you have to make sure is to disconnect any Apple Pencil that you have already connected to it, because if you have an Apple Pencil connected, unfortunately it won't work, but it's very easy to just forget it through your Bluetooth settings. And after that, then you use it like a regular Apple Pencil. Another nice touch here is that it does attach magnetically. It does not charge magnetically, but at least it attaches to your iPad Pro or any iPad for that matter. And what I like about it again is that it works with pretty much any iPad from 2018 up all the way to the M4 iPad Pro from 2024. So if you're looking for a budget Apple Pencil alternative, this $29 version is definitely something that I recommend. And then of course, we gotta protect the screen with a Paperlike screen protector, so a quick word from our sponsor Paperlike, and then we'll be right back to the rest of the accessories. The Paperlike screen protector was actually the very first accessory I ever bought for my original 2018 iPad Pro. It absolutely changed the way I use my iPad, giving me that real paper feel right on my screen, and it's been almost 7 years and I still make sure that I have one for all of my iPads. I recently got the new iPad Mini 7 and I knew I needed to throw a Paperlike screen protector on there because it just adds a whole new dimension with how I engage with the iPad Mini. Paperlike's nanodot tech gives you the natural resistance of paper, letting you take neater notes, draw with precision, and even makes the sound of pencil on paper. Combine that with the new haptics of the Pencil Pro, and you have a match made in heaven. It is made for creators and doers. It's perfect for artists, designers, students, or anyone who wants the real paper experience in their digital workflow. And with its microbead tech, Paperlike keeps your screen clear and near glare free, making it as beautiful to look at as it is to write on. Not only do they give you 2 Paperlikes on there just in case you mess up, but they also are so confident in their product that they offer a 100-day satisfaction guarantee. So if you're ready to fall in love with writing on your iPad, give Paperlike a try with the link below. Now the next one I want to bring up is in the power category, and this is a new product that I have been using for the last couple of weeks, and this is the Duracell M100 power bank station and charger. Now again, this is by Duracell, yes, that battery company that makes our AA and AAA batteries for our Xbox controllers and whatever other toys that we have, but this is basically a 15,000 milliamp hour portable battery that weighs exactly 1 pound, It's in the shape of a cup, so it fits in any side pocket or any cup holder of a backpack, and it's also a 2-in-1 charger, meaning that you can charge via MagSafe at 15 watts, and then it also has another wireless charging pad for something like your AirPods Pro, and it can be used as a standalone station at your desk, or it can be used in a portable fashion if you remove it from its charging station. It also has 2 USB outs. It has a USB-C that powers up to 60 watts out, which is more than enough to charge your iPad Pro or any iPad, and then has a USB-A port that charges 12 watts if you need to. One thing that I will say is that the charging station is a magnetic charging station, and it does come with its own proprietary charger that is already attached to the station, so you can't unplug it and move the station around, but rest assured that you can actually use that same USB-C that provides 60 watts out to actually charge it with 60 watts in as well. So if you do want to take this on the go and charge it with some sort of external brick, you can also do that if you don't want to bring the charging station around. So what I do is I leave the charging station on my desk and then bring the M100 with me whenever I'm on the go, which is going to be awesome for CES. So shout out to Duracell for making an awesome product that was definitely not on my bingo card. And everything will be linked down in the order that I mentioned it, with the latest pricing and the best deals possible. And then to stay in that same kind of charging category, I do want to bring up my favorite iPad stand, which is the Kuxiu X36 Stand, which allows you to charge your iPad via the 3-pin connectors on the rear of the iPad. So this is an all aluminum stand that attaches your iPad magnetically, but the nice cherry on top here is that it does have those 3-pin connectors on the rear, and it does give you a USB-C port on the rear of the stand, so you can technically wirelessly charge your iPad Pro or your iPad Air or any iPad that has 3-pin connectors. And I do want to mention that each one of these are technically different. For instance, the M2 iPad Air will work with something like the M2 iPad Pro, but not with the M4 iPad Pro because of the way the magnets are set up. So do make sure you pick the correct one, but they do have options for pretty much every single iPad that does have pin connectors, from the iPad Airs to the iPad Pros. And right now it's $89 on Amazon. So if you are somebody that likes to use your iPad at a desk, either to supplement your Mac or to use it as your main device, this is going to be an awesome one to raise it to eye level. Another awesome desk accessory, or even a portable one for that matter, is going to be the Satechi USB-C hub and stand for your iPad. So this USB-C stand is exactly what it sounds like. It stays compact and folded up when you need it to, but then you can unfold it, put your iPad on the stand itself, plug it in with the included USB-C cable, and then you also have an additional USB-C hub, because as you can see, you have an HDMI 2.0 port, you have a USB-A port, you have a USB-C PD power port, a 3.5mm headphone jack, and then a micro SD and SD card slot for you to be able to transfer data or whatever the case may be. So being able to have this on the go is going to be amazing to have, especially if you have a mobile kind of iPad desk setup that you want to bring to a coffee shop or a WeWork. And right now it's 40% off, and I believe it's $59 where it's normally $100. Another really nice iPad stand accessory is going to be by Moft, and this one's actually, I believe, only $19.99 right now if you do want to check it out. And this is going to be the wall stand or the wall mount. And what I really like about this is that it's slim, it's compact, it's sturdy, and you can reuse the adhesive over and over again up to 35 times and actually just put this on any wall. And then you put your iPad on those little prongs, and then magically you can put this maybe in your kitchen, in your living room, in your dining room, in your office if you want to, or even let's say if you have a HomeKit hub and you want to use an iPad, you can just put your iPad on here and you have a place to put your iPad at all times. So this is a great little solution if you want to put this as maybe a stocking stuffer, especially because it doesn't require any magnets or anything like that to be put on your iPad. It's just a little stand with a little grip that you can put onto the wall or pretty much any other surface, and when you do take it off, it doesn't rip off any paint or anything like that, so that's always good to know. And in terms of cases for your iPad, I like to use Pitaka's Folio case. I have it for my iPad mini, and I also have it for my iPad Pro. And it's basically a folio case for your iPad that does have magnets. It does have a little lip to cover your Apple Pencil, but then it has a bunch of different viewing angles because it has this origami style flap where you can change all the different viewing angles, whether it is in portrait or landscape, versus something like the Apple Folio case that only gives you one viewing angle because it only has that traditional folio. So this one does allow you to have up to 3 different viewing angles at each different orientation, which is nice to have, and it also again protects your iPad from dust and scratches, which is nice to see. And if you want more of a travel case to protect the iPad as opposed to a case that goes on the iPad, WoolNut makes a fantastic leather case for the iPad that again is also on sale, I believe $59 and $69 respectively, depending on how large your iPad is. But it's basically a folio case with a zipper, and it's beautifully made, has a little holster for your Apple Pencil or your EIP Pencil too, if you guys want to check that one out. And also it has a nice microfiber lining, so you know it's protected, it looks good, it smells fantastic, and WoolNut just makes these ultra premium products. Well, right now during the holiday season is the time to get it because they are lower in pricing. So definitely check that one out if you're interested in that one. And then to kind of round this off, I did want to include a cable. So Raycon has their Magic Flex cable, which does support up to 100 watts of power pass-through, and it has these little light indicators to know that you're at least having power drawn into it. So using that in combination with the M100 by Duracell, and then combining that with the Nomad 65-watt charging brick is something that I'm going to be bringing with me, again, especially in early January when we are attending CES, and we're on the move and we're using my iPad a ton and my iPhone and things like that. So being able to have that combination of power is amazing to see, And then also that 65-watt Nomad charger has an Apple Watch charging puck to charge your Apple Watch on the go as well. So having that as an all-in-one situation is something that I'm very happy with, especially on the go, because with that M100 combined with the Nomad charger and that cable, I'll be able to charge my iPhone, my AirPods, and my Apple Watch in my hotel during CES, which I'm very excited for. But those are all the accessories that I wanted to bring up. Again, all these are sub $100. Some of these are even as cheap as $30 or $20. So again, everything will be linked down below with the latest pricing and the best deals. But let me know in the comment down below. Are you somebody that uses the most expensive iPad accessories? Do you try to focus on the budget end of accessories? I'm still working to see what the best budget keyboard is for the iPad, so definitely stick around for that to see what gives you the best kind of one-to-one situation compared to the Magic Keyboard, because again, the Magic Keyboard for $350 is pretty cost prohibitive, but it does give you the best experience. So I am working on seeing what I can find from a budget alternative for a Magic Keyboard. But that'll do for this video, everybody. If you made it to the end, leave a little dolphin in the comments down below so I know you made it to the end. And if you want to watch more videos like this one, definitely check out this video right here. And until next time, I'm Fernando, and I'm out of here, everybody. Peace. Freaking love my iPad.